Hello, welcome back to Too Many Books. My name is Sean, and today we have the newest dispatch title from Thornwillow Press. This, my friends, is Josephine the Singer, or The Mousefolk by Franz Kafka. So this was the March title, which feels like it took a while to actually arrive at my doorstep, because it's dated March 20th, but here we are at the tail end of April, and it just arrived the other day. Anyways, how about that? So anyways, here's a little letter that introduces Josephine the Singer by Luke Ponifel, the president and publisher at Thornwillow Press, kind of explaining the rationale behind choosing this, kind of talking a little bit about the details itself. I know this is a new translation of Kafka's original text by John Hargraves, and it's his second publication, the first being his beautiful translation of Stefan Zweig's masterful story, The Invisible Collection, which was just a few months back. Anyways, we have a prospectus for Ulysses, the Centennial Edition, which I know this has been in the works for quite some time. The Centennial Edition would have been, 3 years ago at this point, but I believe the installments for the editions just finished this past year. I mean, it's been a work in progress. They did a nice Kickstarter campaign with all sorts of different editions. I know there was a paper edition, which would be 10 different volumes, two paper editions, one with just the classic wrappers, one with a hand-pasted wrappers. I believe there was a hardcover edition in a 4-volume box set. I believe there might have even been several editions of that with several different bindings. Various versions of that are still available on the website. They are a bit pricier, but you are getting a huge 10-volume or 4-volume set for it. Of course, we have a nice engraved bookmark. We have a little quote card, this one being Franz Kafka. Makes sense. The music we like best is peace and quiet. We have, of course, a little thank you card. There we go. A nice piece of cardstock, this time featuring a little mouse for the little mouse folk. How about that? But then we get into the meat and potatoes of the collection itself, the dispatch itself, which is going to be a broadside, this month's being Universal Language. I know some of these are older broadsides that they're just kind of bringing back, but hey, that's quite all right. Little quotes on music, which makes sense because Josephine is, in fact, a singer. I am not familiar with this short story. Apparently, it was the very last short story that Kafka ever wrote. There's the Thornwillow logo on the back there. Kind of a trippy letterpress printed wrapper here. Kind of, very, very trippy. So this is the classic edition, which does have the letterpress printed wrappers. It was also made available in the Patron edition, which a little bit pricier. It's going to have better cards, better paper stock for the printing, and it's handmade paste wrappers, so no two are going to be the same, which is fascinating. It's also in the Centaur edition, which is going to have the same innards as the Patron edition, but with hardcover printing as well. So this, like I said, is a new translation by John Hargraves. There is Franz Kafka in all his glory. I believe this is presented in both English, the new translation, as well as its original German. There it is right there. And this itself is almost a Centennial edition. Yeah. 1924. So, 101 years later. Come on, Thornwillow. What the hell? You're a year late. And then we have, what is this? Frontispiece portrait. Featured drawings are from his black notebook, the literary estate in the National Library of Israel, Jerusalem. How about that? So, Josephine is one of the mouse folk, and unlike the other mouse folk, she has the ability to sing, which makes her a little bit different than the rest of the mouse folk. The other mouse folks being a little jealous. Does it have a different portrait? It does have a different picture for the German version. So if you speak German, you can read it in German as well. I know it questions it brings up questions about the art, like what it means for arts, what it means, what sacrifices you can make for the arts, and so on. And then finally in the back here, we have our limitation page kind of going through the details. This being the classic edition is one of 600 copies printed on cream white felt paper, bound in letterpress wrappers. 150, which is the Patron edition, printed on birch antique vellum, bound in paste paper wrappers. 34 Centaur editions, printed on the same birch antique vellum in half cloth. This is the 151st imprint of the press. If you buy the Patron edition or the Centaur edition, then it will also be signed by Luke Ives Pontefel, in addition to being numbered or limited, as well as John Hargraves, the translator. He has signed it as well, which is fantastic. You know, they try to get the author or translator or what have you to sign the edition whenever possible. So yeah, this, my friends, is the March of 2025 package for the Thornwillow Dispatch. You get all these goodies if you were subscribed to the Dispatch in time for their March. I believe the next one, which would be the April one, I believe it's called Attention Please? Something similar to that. I believe it's Attention Please, which I believe was a commencement speech or a graduation speech that's kind of been adapted and printed in letterpress. I gotta say, Franz Kafka is having one hell of a time being letterpress printed lately. I mean, here we have some Franz Kafka letterpress printed from Thornwillow Press. He just received several special editions from No Reply Press, including A Hunger Artist, including Poseidon and other vignettes, both of which I have unboxings on this channel. I also have unboxings of every monthly dispatch since I joined from Thornwillow Press. So if you want to check any of those out, be sure to check out the playlist here. It is $45 a month for this classic edition, but you do get a lot of bang for your buck, a lot of letterpress goodies for that price. They go up in price from there for the Patron edition or the Centaur edition. Both of those higher editions do include a complimentary classic edition as well. So you get the nicer edition plus the standard edition as well. Although there's nothing by any means standard about a nice Thornwillow publication. Just gorgeous letterpress printed. Big fan of fancy little art pieces, and Thornwillow delivers them in spades month after month. Seriously, check out Thornwillow Press if you are a fan of letterpress printed goodies, and you can get a package delivered right to your doorstep. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I do one of these unboxings every single month, plus a weekly book review, plus plenty of other unboxings from other fine presses and letterpress printed groups. So anyways, check out Thornwillow Press, check out No Reply Press, check out all sorts of letterpress printed groups out there, and we will see you around next time.